welcome, welcome. Sorry. Adjusting everything. I am so sorry. Hello, Fila. Asta. Caramel. Hello, hello. Getting my headset on. We are having a storm out here in Massachusetts. Welcome, welcome everyone. I am Najaam. I'm going to send out invites real quickly so we can get this going. We can get it cracking. I hope you're enjoying your day. Long day. I'm super excited to be here. So you guys picked this topic, and I'm so excited to talk about it. Going through it. Woo-hoo. Yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Neo, Colossal. I love me some lo-fi. I hope you guys love it too. So I'm going to turn this down a bit. Yes. Oh, I see what the problem is. Hold on. I see what the problem is, guys. Because we are having a storm here in Massachusetts, in Boston, and so internet's been pretty up and down, up and down, up and down. So please forgive me on the delay. If you guys are having a delay, please forgive me on that. The weather, right? And it's frigid cold as well. So I'm excited about the topic you guys picked. Out of everybody, you guys wanted me to discuss about stigmas on relationships. And the main topic of that is going to be cheating abuse. Again, is cheating abuse. And we're going to be coming from a spiritual perspective. So this is going to be pretty heavy. So I want you guys to make sure you have a notepad, paper, pen. Take scrupulous notes, which is going to be helpful in your life today. Okay. Also, how we're going to do this, I'm going to do a quick introduction of myself and you know, some links like how we always do for these quick little webinars, social webinars that we do. And also, I also want you to make sure that you're following me right here on Instagram at Najaam Lee. And also on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you are following me there at YouTube at Najaam Lee as well. And I am like super excited just to be here. Hello, Neo. Cheating is abuse, especially if a child is involved. The abuse is more geared towards the child than the actual mate. Ooh, pretty good. Yes, you're on point with that. Thank you for sharing. Pretty good. Pretty good. Some people don't look at it as abuse. I'm going to get into that as well. Why some people don't look at it as abuse. Some people look at it as just the norm. And that is a society problem, but also an internal problem within each person. So I really want to dive into that as well. So thank you so much for being here. Welcome. I appreciate it. So for those that are new to me, I am Najaam Lee. I am a spiritual life coach, health wellness consultant. I'm an intuitive reader, Reiki master, a healer, and I wrote a book on anxiety called Kill Anxiety, Live Immensely. It is available everywhere books are sold, including Amazon, Barnes & Noble. I'm also on Walmart and so many others, as well as lulu.com. And you can find all those links on my bio page at Najaam Lee. Just click onto my bio page at Najaam Lee, and the link is there, link.bio/Najaam P. Lee. All right, and all the links are there. Get yourself a copy of my book, especially if you're dealing with anxiety, stress, depression, fatigue, anything that's really going on that you need some tools and direction. Definitely want to check out my book called Kill Anxiety, Live Immensely. I'm also a speaker and a motivational speaker and a teacher at Spiritual Sessions Academy. That's my online spiritual school, and we have so many different classes that we offer, and a lot of spiritual knowledge classes. We have a beginner's course and an intermediate course, as well as an advanced course and a master course. What else? I do offer services in spiritual life coaching. I did put the link in the title, and I'm also going to put it here for you guys. If you're interested after this, you can definitely book a session with me, and I will definitely love to speak with you. Let me do that. I'm going to pin it. There we go. And I would love to see if the programs will work for you. I have two types of programs. One is a Turn Your Life Up. It is a 6-month program, and I have the Platinum Life that goes into 12-month program and 24-month program. And so check out my website. My main website, if you want to know more about me, is najaamlee.com, or click the link in my bio, and all the links are there, like everything that you need to know, all the services I offer. Seriously, everything that you need to know will be posted there. So let me make sure I have the do not disturb sign on, because we do not want to be disturbed while we're talking about something so incredible today. And so let's dive in. For those that are going to watch later, please leave me a comment below. Love to hear your feedback. Interaction is really important, and so I would love to hear from you. Okay, also, if you're interested in me hosting an event or attending an event or speaking at an event, please contact my PR team, and that's at La Paz Imaging Consultants, La Paz Imaging Consultants, and their link as well is listed on my page as well. Okay, awesome, guys. Let's get into it. We're going to talk about relationships, stigmas on relationship, and specifically is cheating, abuse. And how this topic came about is because I was attending someone else's YouTube, and I forgot her name at the moment. I'm so sorry. But she mentioned a bit about cheating is abuse, and how celebrities are making it normal for cheating. And so normalizing it in a way of it's okay. That's what they do. That's just what it is, and we just got to get used to it. And so I personally wanted to look at this from a spiritual perspective, because I was like, wow, this is something that needs to be talked about and should be talked about in depth. So if you guys know me, I do this live all the time, anything so that you guys can see nothing is rehearsed or anything when it comes to some of these things that I do. Some things are I practice, but when it comes to flow with spirit, I try to just flow and allow them to come through. So cheating, or to cheat, as a verb, it means act of dishonesty or unfairly in order to gain advantage, especially for example, like in a game or an examination. We hear about kids or students, even adult students, cheating on an exam, just to get an unfair advantage, or being as an act of being dishonest. Also, cheating is about avoid something undesirable, like by luck or skill, right? To avoid, right? To cheat. So it's coming from the late middle English, this word, cheat, and shortening is escheat, if I'm pronouncing that right. Okay, so now we have the basis of cheating. Okay, well, now we have the basis, right? When people talk about cheating, or it's no big deal. Actually, it is, because you're acting dishonestly. You are choosing to act dishonestly. You are choosing or making a decision to do something unfairly in order to gain advantage. And this is an area where it can be abusive, because you are taking advantage either of a person or of a situation that you are in, and choosing not to take full responsibility. Okay, so can everyone hear me? I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me clearly. So I wanted to give some examples of, from a perspective of how is this happening? Why is this happening? Why do people cheat? Doesn't matter if you're male or female. Why? Oh, awesome. Thank you, Neo. Why do people cheat? Why do we make the decision to cheat? Even though most people will say, oh, cheating, it wasn't my fault. I was probably drinking, or I was probably high, and things just happen. And I'm here to tell you, no, you're not taking full responsibility for your actions. You are choosing not to take full responsibility for your actions. So as I like to do, let's rewind. Yes, Neil, the worst part about cheating is when you have a baby shower for a baby and find out the dad is someone else. That's abuse at its finest as well. Sounds like from experience as well. Yes, that can be also. So let's dive into this, right? Cheating can be abuse, and it can be an emotional abuse, a mental abuse, and a physical abuse. And I'm going to break those three down, as well as a soul or a spiritual type of abuse. Okay, and why it's so important to understand what you're doing, what you're choosing to do, and why you're choosing to do it, right? For relationships, we all want to be in a relationship, but there's a difference between wanting to be in a relationship and taking care of a relationship, right? Wanting to be in a relationship and taking care of a relationship. So, for instance, I'm going to bring up the actress Halle Berry. Okay, and especially during the 90s, the 2000s, Halle Berry was the it girl everybody wanted to be with. Everybody wanted to marry. She was the most beautiful woman in the entire world. She was nominated that so many times. She was, a fantasy, not to every man across the globe. It didn't matter what skin color he was. Halle Berry was on their wall, okay, or in their phones. And Halle Berry became that woman that became like a prize, okay? The prize, the golden prize. And I want to talk from that perspective of the golden prize. And that golden prize is she became this fantasy or this ideal of a woman, like, I have to have her. If she was my wife, oh my God, I'll treat her like this, I'll be like this, I'll be everything. And the men that were able to get close enough, be in her space enough, and was able to propose to her, marry her, they all abused her. And one was a baseball player who physically abused her. Another was a sexual addict who cheated on her, like it was going out of style, right? And they blame it on he's a sex addict, right? It's a condition. No, it's a decision, right? And so forth. And another person, every guy that she was with, all abused her at some point. Now, this ideal, beautiful type of woman, but when got into the relationship, they couldn't care for or be that man for her, right? Something intervened. The mindset intervened. So a lot of times what happens is this person becomes a trophy, right? The winning cup, right? The ultimate NFL gold plated, big trophy that you fight. You go through everything, every game, hustle, go through beat down, everything just to get this trophy. Then you get the trophy. What do? You put it on the shelf. And that is what happened with her. A lot of the times they put her on the shelf, right? Because didn't know, they could just look at her, didn't know how to care for her, didn't know how to love her, right? Because they themselves didn't even know how to love themselves. They themselves didn't know how to appreciate themselves. In order to love someone else, in order to take care of someone else, you got to do that for yourself, right? You got to know how to do that. If you don't know how to do that, then of course the downfall is tumble, and abuse, and attacking something or someone that was supposed to be this ideal, this love, this whatever. Another person that I can bring up and give you an idea of its abuse in a way, or this idealism, is Drake and Rihanna. Right? Drake had this childhood fantasy of Rihanna, marrying Rihanna, being in love with Rihanna, wanting Rihanna, everything Rihanna, okay? Riri, okay? And getting to the point of even interacting with Rihanna, doing a song with Rihanna, doing multiple songs with Rihanna was like an ultimate like win. Understanding what Chris Brown did, as we know, it's all in the news, of what happened in the past, and trying to be the opposite of that guy for Rihanna, being the sweet whatever. But she gave him a chance, right? And what happened? It didn't hold up, right? The fantasy and the reality did not hold up, right? This ideal, you chase and you chase and you chase, but when it comes to receiving it and you get it and you win, you don't know how to appreciate it. You don't know how to take care of it. You don't know what to do. So what you do, shelf it. It's a prize. You put it on the shelf and that's it. No one touches it. No one comes near it. It's sealed away and you're able to look at it when you're ready. And that's what happens in most relationships. So you get the ideal and then you're choosing then to cheat. So a lot of people ask, you have the most beautiful woman, the most charismatic, the most, business minded. You have everything. You have a perfect girl and you're still cheating. You're still going to cheat on her. What? Because they have chosen to they won the trophy, right? Whether it's a male or female, they won the trophy and then put it on the shelf. No one touch it. No one go near. This is mine. And that's not reality. Okay? So then you start the mechanism of abuse because you are not treating the person with love. You're treating the person with ideals, right? This idea, this fantasy. All right? And then that fantasy turns tragic. And why? Because of how your mindset is and your viewpoint of what you thought is supposed to be the perfect relationship, right? The ideal, right? And so these are the stigmas. These are some of the stigmas I'm talking about before we get deeper into the abuse part. But this is the start of abuse because you are choosing to not really see the true person. You are choosing to see the idea and the fantasy or childhood fantasy that you've had of what a perfect man's supposed to be or a perfect woman's supposed to be, right? A perfect husband's supposed to be or a perfect wife's supposed to be. Hello, Vincent. Hello, I know. And was it Vrindavan Kirtan? Sorry. Welcome. Please forgive me on the pronunciation of the names. And so, these are some of the things that happen. Our eyes choose to see what we want to see instead of choosing to see the reality, right? And being from that standpoint of reality, right? So it's one thing to want a relationship, it's another to take care of a relationship. And if you don't know how to take care of a relationship, it's best you don't be in one. It's best you do not be in a relationship because you don't know anything of how to take care of a relationship, right? To really care and nurture and allow the relationship to blossom, right? Most people just want a relationship based on a superficial and a selfish reasoning. And that selfish reasoning is, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to get to age 40 and not be married. I don't want to be a disappointment to my friends and family. It's all these outside, superficial type of reasons that we give ourselves. And there's a whole bunch more that we'll give. But just to start with, these are some of the things that when I was listening to the lady on her YouTube, there are so many today's relationships, celebrity relationships that we look at and think, oh, if that's what it is, then I'll copy that. Most of these people that are in relationships or who are celebrities in relationships do not even know themselves. They have no self-awareness. They don't understand being in a relationship. They just come together and they try to create a patchwork of a foundation with holes, because they're already coming in with holes, and now they're creating another bigger hole with somebody else. And so now they're together because they're trying to keep face, right? Instead of diving deeper into themselves and looking and say, you know what, this is probably not the person for me. This is not the person that I need to be with. You know, this is not a good fit for me. All right. So let's step into the cheating aspect of this. Okay. And why do we cheat? You know, why do, whether male or female, cheat? And so I'm going to show you something from a spiritual perspective. Okay. You ready? Write this down. When cheating comes into play, it is a pact that a person's spirit makes before you, the human, puts it into action. I'm going to repeat that again. Cheating happens because the spirit within you, okay, has made a pact with the other person spirit before it comes down into your own form and you manifest it. Okay, have you ever walked into a place, right, sat down, you know, minding your own business, and you know your friends come around and they have somebody new with them, but something about that person that they brought, it's like a tug within your chest saying, go, 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 go. Right? Connect, connect, connect. Right? There's something that happens within spirit first, because there's communication going on before they got to the table. There's communication going on before they even saw you. Your spirit and that other person's spirit is already communicating, right? You could be in a relationship. You can have the best person that you want to be with, but there has been a pact that was done. The only thing that stops or makes any transaction happen because you're on this earth plane is called free will. Free will is literally your saving grace, because it still comes down to choice. Just because those two connect, your spirit and their spirit, doesn't mean you have to fulfill it. Doesn't mean you have to go through it. But there is communication going on, and that is why a lot of times you'll hear excuses of, it just happened, right? I don't know what went on. I don't know what happened. It just happened. Well, I'm going to tell you what happened. As I'm saying, spirit is communicating with that other person's spirit first, before even connecting with you. There's an energy, because we're all energy. There's communication of energy and passing of energy in and out happening, first of all. And your spirit and their spirit's connecting. They're jiving. It's good, right? It's great. They're having great communication. There's something there. And you, your human form is like, I don't know what this is. I feel so strong about this. I feel like we're supposed to be together. I feel like this is like whatever. Even though you have your partner, your beautiful partner beside you, you know, even though you have made a decision and said, this is the person I choose to be with, right? Even with that, there's a communication going on with your higher self. Now, what you have to understand is communicating is fine. Having talks, having communication is absolutely fine for your spirit to do. It doesn't mean it has to play out into a physical connection. They are just communicating, That's what's going on. But the energy of that communication is tremendous. It's big. It feels like I've known this person, because your spirit and that spirit know each other first. It's a small world, y'all. It's seriously a small world. You have been connecting and reconnecting for a very long time, right? You have been seeing people and feeling like, oh, I know that person, because your spirit does know that person or knows the spirit of that person. Communicating is okay to have with your spirit, having that connection, right? Because that's what energy does. And the way that energy works, energy is very powerful. It's very strong. There's a synergy that happens. But that doesn't mean, because you're in human form still, you are on this planet with free will. That means choice. You have the choice to do or not to do. And that's why it comes down to free will. Okay? You have the free will to make that happen. You have that free will. Nobody else can decide for you. Okay? So, when cheating happens from a spiritual perspective, your spirit and that person's spirit has been communicating before you, the physical being, and that other person have met. That's why you have this pull of, when you realize when you first meet, you have this pull of, oh, I feel like I know you. I feel like I've seen you before. I feel like there's a connection, and it's powerful. It really is. It's really powerful. But that's communication. It's just that it's translated in the physical as more than a communication. There's all this other synergy of energy happening because of the 5 senses of expression going on, right? So there is the physical. You want to touch, you want to get closer, you want to, see how this person really looks. You want to have all this, but that's in the capacity of the human form. Remember, spirit itself doesn't have that, right? It has energy. So in the casing or the vessel it's in, it gets to express that communication. It doesn't mean for you to say, okay, let me get up and go cheat. That's not that's not what's supposed to happen. It's just communication going on. So that's why it comes down to, it's a decision one makes. You decide to cheat. Okay? It doesn't just happen, or because of a liquor drink, or a spliff or something like that. No. No. We're grown adults. No. It is a choice. It is a decision that's made, and you consciously make that decision, and then you flow with it, because you do not have self-control. And because you don't have self-control, that means you have no self-awareness. I'm going to repeat that. You have no self-control, which means you have no self-awareness. Okay? And because of that lack of self-awareness, you just allow yourself to do whatever, and you just do it. You just go with it. Even while in a relationship, even when you've decided to be with this other person, marry this other person, but because you have no self-control and no self-awareness, whenever your spirit communicates with another spirit, you have this urge of, I don't know what this is. I gotta connect. I gotta go. I gotta connect with this person. It doesn't mean that. It's just that you have no control. Remember, you are here with the law of free will, which means it's a choice. You, the bottom line, can say yes, or you can say no. You still have that choice. So communication through the energy of spirit, that's all that is. It's how it's interpreted in the vessel, interpreted in the body. And when you interpret it that way, then your sensations is going to act it out, right? All based on a communication. Okay, so it's really, really, really important to understand what is going on, right? Why you feel a certain way, even when you're in a relationship. So it is not the norm. This is not to make it the norm of, oh, cheating is okay, because it's not. Okay, because you've made a pact, you've made a decision with the person that you've chosen to say, I commit my mind, my body, my spirit, my emotion to you. Okay, you don't just get up and go have a cheat night based on your spirit communicating with another spirit. That's it. That makes no sense to like up and go cheat based on talking. Okay, I really want you to hear this. I really want to get this. You are cheating based on a conversation that your spirit is having with the other spirit of the other person. That is it. There's nothing else. There's nope, none of that. So because of that, again, it's your decision to stop it. You don't have to go that route. And that other person who also has no control, no self-awareness, I don't think you really want to be with. Why would you want to choose someone who has no self-control and no self-awareness? Why would you choose that person? Right? You want to be with someone, if you're with someone and you've chosen that person and you've committed to that person, you committed to that person. That's your commitment. That's your vow. Right? So that means you yourself, if you have gone through cheating or whatever, then you have to decide you are not going to go that route. You have to decide, I have to work on myself. I have to work on my self-control, which is self-awareness. The abusive part comes in when you do act it out, how it affects your partner. How it affects your partner mentally and emotionally, because a replay happens. When a person is cheated on, you have to understand, why does the person feel that way and why can't they let it go? Okay, let's run it back. If you married this person, you made a promise, you made a vow. Okay, this is what you did. You made a promise with your words, with your actions. You made a vow with your words, with your actions, that they believed, that they fully trusted. Okay, let that sink in. Fully trusted. So when, I'm breaking it all down today, so when you decide to cheat based on a communication between two other spiritual beings, you're showing a lack of respect, a lack of control, self-control, a lack of self-awareness. Also, let's get back to the definition, right? Also, right, you have acted dishonestly to the person. So they're looking at you and trying to figure out, why are you being so dishonest? Why are you acting dishonestly, right? Why have you chosen to do this? To gain what? What are you gaining from doing this act? Now that we know what the word cheating means so unfairly, to act unfairly in order to gain an advantage. So you chose to act unfairly to gain an advantage. And an advantage of what? That is what you have to ask when a person cheats on you, or why they cheating on you. What's the advantage here? Is what you have to try to understand, or this person has to really explain. What's the advantage of acting dishonestly? What's the advantage of acting unfairly in order to gain? Gain what? Come on. Gain what? When you cheat, what are you gaining? What's the advantage? So, the advantage is very narcissistic. Let's break that down. The advantage is very narcissistic. It's a selfish reason. So what you're telling your partner, you are choosing to tell your partner, I chose to act dishonestly in our relationship in order to take advantage of you, in order to let you know I can do this with ease. I can do this because I can disregard your feelings. I can do this because I don't have to show you any respect. I can do this because I do not respect the vows and promises I made with you. I can do this because I'm showing you that I am the leader here. I am the controller here. In fact, when a person does this, they have no control, as we first established. So what this person is actually saying is, I have no self-control, and I have a fear you will leave me. I have a fear you will be with somebody else. I have a fear that I will not be the best for you. I have a fear that I cannot take care of you. I have a fear that I won't be a good husband to you. I have a fear that I will not be a great dad for our kids. I have a fear. It goes on and on and on and on. Okay? This is a person, whoever it is, male or female, okay, has a fear within themselves. Therefore, they should not be in a relationship. They are not equipped to be in a relationship. That means they decided to marry you based out of selfish gain. That selfish gain is, I don't want to be alone. The bottom line, I don't want to be alone. And so when this plays over to the person who is in the other seat of their partner cheating on them, means you cheat on our relationship. You broke all your promises. You broke our commitment together. What we promised to each other. You broke it out of a selfish gain. Right? You broke that because you were selfish. And so the abuse is, it repeats, because now the selfish, now this person is going to turn around, which is the insecurity develops of, oh my God, what did I do? What did I not do? What should I become? What happens now? Do I leave or do I stay? And the thing is, these are the wrong questions to ask yourself. Okay? This is the wrong question. Because in business, right, when someone breaks their contract, what does a person do in business? If you break the contract, what happens? First of all, I'm going to take you to court. And second of all, it's done. It's over. There's nothing else. You broke the contract. Next. Right? You broke the contract. I'm not creating another contract with you. You broke the contract. So if you broke the contract, why would you stay? It's broken. Especially people of color, we will take the abuse of that. And we have to ask ourselves, why? What are you gaining in taking the abuse? Now we got to look at the other side. What are you gaining in taking the abuse? Is it helping you? Let's look. Is it mentally helping you? Do you have a gain with that mentally? Do you have a gain with that emotionally? Do you have a gain with that physically? And is that helping you spiritually? Let's really look. Let's really break it down. Are you having a gain? Or are you losing? Right? When a person breaks their contract in a business, right? What happens? One person is going to lose money. Somebody is going to lose money. And losing money is not good. It's not a thing that nobody wants to have, right? We don't want to lose money. We always want to gain. So staying in a relationship where a person has broken the contract and then you're choosing to stay. Why? Stay for what? What are you gaining? What are you getting? Really think about it. Why are you wasting your time? Why are you continuing to place obstacles on your pathway based out of fear of, I don't know what I'm going to do? Right? There's a fear. Where am I going to go? What am I going to do? What about the kids? Oh my God. Oh my God. What am I going to do? Where am I going to go? What's going to happen? And those are great to look at, right? And those are great questions to wonder. But the first step is to look at you, because you are the other person. That's where the contract broke first. You got to look at you. You. Which, as people of color, especially women of color, we're the last ones to look at ourselves. We don't want to look at ourselves. We go like, no, child, no, I can't, no, No. You got to look at you. You first. If you're not good, your kid's not going to be good. That's just how it rolls. Okay? Just like on an airplane. If you don't have your mask on, how you going to put the mask on your kids? Right? You have to put your mask on first. You gotta be okay first. In order to have the energy, the mindset, and the direction, and a plan of action in order for your kids to follow you with. Okay. So spiritually, you have to understand, right, your own self-awareness, your own self-control, because that's what happens. A mirror reflection happens. He is out of control, which reflects to you of you being out of control. Okay, you becoming out of control. Okay, you becoming unself-aware or self-unaware. Right? You're not aware of yourself. Okay. So this stacks like sardines, right? Because it's one problem after another problem after another problem. You stay, that person continues to do their behavior. Because they're not truly going to work on themselves. They don't. They do a lot of promises, which turns into broken promises, which turns into more abuse, right? More emotional abuse, more mental abuse, more physical abuse. The physical abuse is because you start to tear yourself down. You either going to overeat or you're going to undereat. And when a person is cheated on, they either overeat to make them look, the mind is to make myself look unpleasing, so that it gives him the direction of, or the excuse, oh, just leave me, just walk away. I'm no good. I don't look good. Don't touch me. Go out there. It's okay. I'll be good at home. I'll be good like this, right? That's an abuse. Or an undereating, which you will starve yourself, right? Because you probably are thinking, well, I probably don't look good enough. Maybe I need to lose some weight. Maybe I need to go get some Botox done. Maybe I need to put myself together even more so that he sees that I'm really good. Maybe I need to make my butt a little bit bigger, my boobs a little bit bigger, my waist a little bit smaller. No, sweetie. No. You don't need to do any of that. You just have to become self-aware. It means working internally on yourself, which raises your power, raises your frequency higher, to the point you'll be able to see the situation with new eyes, and you'll see your value. You'll be able to understand your self-worth and what you should have instead of what you're settling for. Okay? You gotta stop the settling. We settle too much. We settle over everything. Where's your worth? Come on. Right? We've got to decide, right? It's a decision. The same way it's a decision to cheat, it's a decision to not accept the cheating. Right? Decide. I will not accept this. I am not going to make a promise or make a vow with another person and they stomp all over that vow. That means, or that shows, I don't respect you. I really don't. I just married you because, just to please you, please your family. Or I just married you because I was just lonely, Yeah, I was just lonely. I didn't want to sleep alone at night. I needed a bed warmer. You became my bed warmer. That's all I needed you for. And if I can't get it out there when I want to, at least I can roll over and get it from you. That's what you are. And it's hard to swallow, because the reality is, in their action, whether it's a male or female, in their action, that's what they're doing. In their action, right? I don't care what they say. It's not about what so much is said. It's more of their action, how they treat you, how they are with you, and what you're choosing in your life. Everybody doesn't cheat. People who cheat is because they have no self-awareness. People who cheat is because they have no self-control. And when, this is abuser, an abuser has this, right? And when they have no self-control or self-awareness, they take it out on the closest person to them. You are that closest person. If you're their wife, your girlfriend, fiance, you become that person. They will beat on you or they will cheat on you. Either way, it's still a beat, because whether it's physical abuse or a physical beat, but majority it will be a mental beat and an emotional beat. And you got to decide if that's what you want. You have to decide if that's going to be uplifting for your life. You have to decide if that's what you're going to accept in your life. Is that what you're worth in your life? Is it making you happy? Are you truly happy when you wake up in the morning, knowing this other person does not respect you? So let's roll back to Halle Berry, right? In the person's eyes, whether it's Halle Berry or Denzel Washington. Well, I can't really bring Denzel Washington because he just commit with his, I don't know the whole thing, but he been married a long time. I don't know the relationship. He was married a long time. So say like Tom Cruise. Let's just say Tom Cruise. Okay. So Halle Berry, Tom Cruise. Let's just keep it like that. So with Halle Berry, right, this ideal, this look of, oh my gosh, beautiful woman, great fantasy, great trophy, great arm candy. There have been songs made about her, right? There have been posters plastered all over bedrooms everywhere, right? And then the opportunity comes for few men to get close enough to her. So close they get into her space, her path. And they're really close when they get to marry her. Right? The idea of, oh my God, I married my, my crush, my fantasy, right? I can't believe it. But they marry their ideal but cannot take care of the relationship. They have nothing to give. Once they finally sign I do or say I do and sign those papers, it's, okay, I did it. I got the trophy. Now what? What do I do? Her life is so different. I can't believe I'm living with her. I can't believe I talk to her every day. I don't know what to do. So now you create an escape because you don't know what to do. And I'm using Halle Berry and these other, because these are what we see all the time. These are what we know. This is what's in the news. But you can look at your own life, right? Of the person that you was like, that's the one. That's the one. I'm going to marry her. She's the love of my life. Or he's the love of my life. I cannot believe this is happening. Oh my God. You marry them. And then a lot of times just few months. Within those few 90 days. Cheat starts. Because you're trying to escape and you not want to take responsibility and you start to play the game. Right? Self-awareness, self-control. If you don't have it, you shouldn't be in a relationship. If you don't have it for yourself, you cannot be in a relationship because you will not know how to care for that relationship. You won't. You won't know how to care for it. Because you don't know how to care for yourself. And when you don't know how to care for yourself, you're choosing not to take responsibility for yourself. So how can you take responsibility for a whole relationship, for another person? How can you, if you cannot take responsibility for yourself? And a lot of people, when I talk to, they don't, responsibility, oh my God. You have to come to me at that point where, you know what, I'm ready to take responsibility. But most people are not ready to take any responsibility for their life. They're just living it, but they don't have no responsibility for it. Right? And so the cheating and why and how a person cheat, I'm going to wrap up here. All starts with spirit. A communication your spirit is having with another spirit for that person. That's it. They're just communicating. They're like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long. What's been going on? Let's, talk. Oh my God, you're in this small world. You're here too. Da 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 da. While you and that other person are like, yo, I don't know what this is. It's like I know you from somewhere. It's like I met you somewhere. I don't know, like this strong pull, like, oh, you the one. Like, I don't know, I'm married though. I'm married. I'm in a relationship. I have a boyfriend. Oh my God. And I'm having these feelings I don't know. It just came out of nowhere. That's just the expression of the communication going on with your higher self, with your spirit, That's it. It's just a communication. They're just catching up. But remember, you have a decision. You have free will. Free will. That means the choice is still yours. You decide. You don't have to. Just because you have those feelings, it's just the expression of the communication that these two beings are having. That don't mean you got to. They just catching up. That don't mean you have to. Because when cheating happens, you do go that road and you're like, oh, you know what? Man, yeah, I gotta talk. Like, I gotta link up. Like, I don't know. Like, I have to be with this person. And then when you do link up and you start this pattern of cheating, what happened? At some point, somebody gonna say, no, we can't continue this anymore. I just can't continue this anymore because I'm hurting my wife or I'm hurting my husband and it doesn't feel right. And, continuing this, what's really happening? What is this going to benefit? Oh my God, I'm going to lose my wife. I can't be with you. I didn't see that to marry you in this for long. It was just like a one night thing or a couple night thing. And it was never to be like this. We've all heard it. We've all heard it. We have all heard it. Am I right? Or am I right? Am I right? Right? So we've all heard it. But again, it comes to a decision. You got to decide, right? You made a choice. Am I going to take full responsibility and tell my wife and be a man or be a woman about it? Am I going to do it again? Because each time you do it again, you're deciding to do it. I suggest don't be in a relationship. If you still have all these, you're not able to have self-control. And if you're not self-aware, don't be in a relationship. Don't bring in another energy. Don't bring in another person until you are absolutely ready. You are totally self-control and self-aware of you, and you have worked on yourself. Don't, for selfish reasons, connect with another human being, and you know, because everybody knows, you are not equipped to take care of that relationship. You got to know thyself. If you don't know thyself, you are a wandering soul. That's all you are. Wandering. No purpose. No leadership. You are wandering. So, two wandering souls are going to create mess. Pure mess. That's all they're going to do. So, I'll leave it there, guys. Let me know. Post some questions if this really touched you or you can relate with it. Let me know. We would love to hear your feedback. I really wanted to do this topic, and also to see, like, many of you wanted to hear this topic so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so, like, ecstatic. So I'm going to be posting a few more topics for you guys to choose from. Let me know what you want me to talk about, what next from a spiritual perspective you want me to chew on for you guys. This one was fun and deep and interesting. I do offer spiritual life coaching for people everywhere, all over the world. And you can click the link. I pinned it right here on my in the comments, or check out my bio page on Instagram or down in the description if you are watching this on YouTube. Talk about interracial relationships. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, I'll post that up and see how many votes we get in. I'll post that up. I think it'll be a great topic. I'll come up with another one and then we'll vote on it. If that sounds cool. What was this? Black Conservative 1776. Yes. I like that. It's a great topic. So I love you guys a lot. If you want to learn more about me, click the link in my bio. Stu, hi. Rape from the attacker's and victim's perspective. Oh my God, that's a great, okay, that's a great topic. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to screenshot this. Hold on. Hopefully I can do that. Okay, screenshot it. I screenshot it. Great topic. Rape from the attacker's and victim's perspective. And then the other one from Black Conservative, talk about interracial. Right? I'm loving that. Hello, welcome. So I wish you an awesome day, everyone. If you have any questions, post them below this video. I'm gonna put this video back up. You guys can watch it, replay it, and share it with others. And I'll see you in another live. Thank you for chit-chatting with me. Love you. Namaste. Nityananda. See you in the next one. Bye, guys.